Welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. Looking back over this past week, I did a lot of walking. Seemed like every activity that I did had some walking associated with it. We started out at the start of the week with a boundary run to check the electric fence because it wasn't working. So we had to go around to the entire perimeter of the paddocks and check that there was nothing hanging over the electric wire. So we were in the ute for some of the time, but it was much easier rather than getting in and out to just walk alongside and with the clippers just take off all of the blackberries and branches and everything that were overhanging on the wire. So we did the two paddocks. We had to do one paddock twice because it still wasn't working after we'd tried to clear it the first time. But once we had done that, we tested it and we had managed to clear everything off and it worked again. We also got the excavator going and started to dig out one of the dams. So I was in charge of walking alongside and opening and closing gates and just checking the ground to make sure that there was nothing in the way. Being such a large piece of machinery, you want to make sure that everything is clear before you just go ahead and go through a paddock. Then on Tuesday, it was week 3 of my bush tucker course. And as part of that, we're going out into the bush to look at plants and try to identify them. So we went for a walk to Badger Weir, and that was really good to actually be out and looking at plants and seeing them in their native environments rather than just in books. We've been talking about how to identify, but to actually see something and have to figure it out for yourself is very different, and I'm going to have to start trying to do that around the farm as well. So it was good to do it with the teacher and to be able to talk through what plants look like and their leaf shape and to try and identify them in the wild. Then on Wednesday night I helped to supervise the Cubs group, and of course guess what they did? It was a night walk at Maroondah Dam, and it was a lot of fun. The kids were quite crazy. They had glow sticks and they were looking at the stars. And then on some of the other days I just went for a walk because I wanted to go for a walk, which you would think I'd done enough walking for the rest of the week, but it's nice to get out. The days have been really quite nice, so it's been really a good opportunity to just walk through the bush, get to know the plants and things like that a little bit more, and also to just reconnect and clear the head. I've been getting out like away from the farm a little bit for appointments and meetings, and it's nice to come back to the quiet and just to enjoy what we have here. It's really quite special. I've got some quite large projects happening for my business, and I've got all of these ideas and things that need to get done swirling around in my head, and I was having trouble getting all of those thoughts out in a way that was useful so that I could plan what I was going to do and when and how I was going to do them. So this week I've started to use Trello, which is an organisation app which has boards, and under each of the boards you can have cards and lists. And I've found that it's been quite a good way for me, I think, creative brain, to sort of pull all the information out of my head. I started by just sort of doing a list, a massive brain dump of all of the things that I thought that I needed to do. And then I've been categorizing them into projects, and then under the project adding individual items that are all going to go towards getting that project done. So I'm finding it to be quite a good tool. I can link it to my calendar, I can put due dates in, and I can reorder things, I can add and take away, I can move items from one place to another or copy them to a different place if I need to. What it's been able to do is get me away from a regular list, which I was finding quite restrictive, and this way I'm being a bit more creative and not restricting myself. I'm just getting everything out of my head and then sorting it through and putting it into the right place so that I have action plans for all of the things that I need to get done. That's it for another week. Thanks for spending time with me. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.